Hello everybody, welcome back to Lightseeker's Headquarters. Today we're actually going to be continuing the series of Card of the Day, and I believe this is number 3. Today's card of the day is actually going to be on Nightshade, the hero from the Awakening wave, which is wave number 1. And I decided to do this for 1, I like playing Dread, and 2, it's a fairly decent card in which that I like playing it, and it's very good in what it does, sorry, I should say. But getting into it right now, so we don't take too long. 1, Nightshade has 32 health. It's a rare hero. It's also from Wave 1, as I said before. And it's got the 2 superior elements of Poison and Shadow. So its ability is take 1 damage whenever you play a death card. Why do I think it's playable, first of all, is 1, it has starting hit points, or health, I should say. I'm getting Pokemon and stuff mixed up. Sorry about that, guys. It's got a starting health of 32, which makes up for the ability having to take 1 damage whenever you play a death card. What also makes it good is the fact that it has 2 superior elements, which in Poison and Shadow. Now, with both of those being superior, you can play more than 1 of those cards per turn, just not the same name of a card. In these 2 elements in particular, there's a lot of support. Shadow, there's more or less support in attack cards and removing buffs. In Shadow, it gets access to Shadow Puppet, which is by far the best buff removal in Dread. I don't think there's really any other buff removal in that order. But and also in Shadow, you get access to a few buffs that help not only reduce damage, but also I believe there's a lot of not a healing, but that you have access to Witch Doctor, I believe. No, Witch Doctor. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting Poison and mixed up. But there's a lot of good combos that rely on at least minimum 2 shadow cards or 2 shadow elements, I should say. But it's got a lot of support behind it, and that's the main reason why I think having the superior shadow element is really good for this hero. Getting into Poison, what does Poison provide it? Well, 1, it provides it with Mantic Spitter, provides it with Witch Doctor, and that element, now I'm remembering it. And also, there's a lot of, I believe there's a lot of healing behind there's a lot of damage reduction. There's buffs such as Dragascorcher. There's stuff that can do chip damage every turn, and it's very solid. Also, there's stuff that you can put your opponent on to make sure that they can't do whatever they want to do during their turn, so you can limit them and limit their options during their turn. Now, the drawback of having not having the superior element of death in this instance is not having access to healing more or less with buffs, as Dread does play a lot of buffs depending on what deck you're playing. In this case, you're going to play a lot of attack cards and combos and defend cards. But in this sense, if you had options with death, you don't have access to Gorge Stalker, you don't have access to Shambler, which I find is one of the really good common buff, as in the first rotation you're taking 3, which is very good in this instance. But having the drawback, I mean, you can still play the card. There's nothing wrong playing. It's just that you are going to take 1 damage. So that 1 damage can change the course of a game. As you might be at 15 and they can deal 14 damage combo if you take 1 damage for playing a death card. So you just got to be very careful in that instance. But playability-wise, this card, I believe, has seen play in a couple tournaments. I don't think it's done very well. I would love to see it do well because it is a very good card and it's very, very versatile, I should say. You can go different directions. You can go main Shadow, you can go main Poison, and you could tech in Death. Death is very easy to tech in, as you don't really need to play a lot of it. You just want to have it for combos and such. But also maybe some support cards behind it, and it's pretty solid. But I don't think it won't see any more play in the future, as we don't know what Kindred's coming out with. But in the when Kindred comes out, I believe that there's going to be heroes to outclass this. I haven't looked at the the Dread set list for Kindred, which is which I will be doing next in a video for you guys. But I don't know necessarily if this is going to be outclassed by a hero or if it's going to outclass the other heroes coming in, as Kindred's going to bring a lot of new cards for us as well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this card of the day. And if you guys like this series, please let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, if you guys want to contact me, my email will be in the description below if you guys have any suggestions on the channel content or anything. Or if you guys just want to give me a message. But anyways, as of always, I'm Ben from Lightseeker's headquarters. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.